Hi. Hi. Now, I know I have maybe the most vocal fry, but it's a bad day. I feel fine, I just, I don't know. There are people on my roof, and I don't appreciate it. Are you a chicken? It's fine. You don't have to like scary books. I was just joking. What do you do if you want to participate in spooky season, but you don't like to be spooked? What's a person to do? Fear not, for I have created a list of not so spooky books for spooky season. So these are books that have spooky elements but aren't scary. At least I don't think they're scary. I don't know how scared of stuff you are. Buyer beware. Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. This book is Scooby-Doo crossed with Lovecraft. It's got all the tentacles you see here, but it's also about a bunch of childhood friends going back and a dog trying to solve a mystery in a spooky house. I really enjoyed it. It had a different feel to it than really anything else I've ever read. Yeah, it is definitely worth checking out. And also this cover, right? Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I am a Neil Gaiman fangirl. It's not hard for me to recommend his books, but this one is one of my favorites. It's about a boy named Bod who is raised by ghosts in a graveyard. He is a boy, he is a living boy, but he is raised by ghosts, and it's very unique. I actually listened to the full cast version of this on audio, which I highly recommend. In that, Neil Gaiman talks about when he wrote the book in like a little afterword or before word, whatever, you know what I'm talking about. And he talks about he was writing it when his son was very, very small, and it was right around kind of the time of life that my son was at, so it really spoke to my mama heart. But you absolutely do not have to be a parent to enjoy this, like at all. But it helped. Now this is actually my husband's recommendation. I enjoyed these books. He loves them. David Wong's John Dies at the End. This is horror comedy. It is weird, like really weird. There is a drug called soy sauce that people take. Crazy things happen. There is a monster made of meat. A dog drives a van. Like, it really is something else. David Wong was, I believe, a writer for Cracked for a long time. Yeah, Cracked.com. So if you like that kind of humor, this is a definite must read. It has a big cult following. So there's fan art and communities to go to read stuff about it if you find that you enjoy it. Andrew has specifically told me to tell you to don't watch the movie. To don't. It's not good. And also there's a sequel. So if you like it, there's more. This book is full of spiders. This cover is so cool. Okay, this next one, I don't have my physical copy because it is the season in which I lend it out. I know I've talked about this one before, but it is one of my all-time favorite books. It's so good. It is a classic, but the language is super accessible. So if you are somebody who would like to read classics but tend to be intimidated by them, I get it. The language in them can be super daunting. Rebecca is written in a way that is really, really readable. It is atmospheric and spooky and creepy and haunting. Highly, highly recommend it. I adore this book. Ray Bradbury, Something Wicked This Way Comes. What's that book club? Boo? Are you booing me? Some of them aren't because I think everybody hated it. Except for me. But if you like Ray Bradbury, which is a requirement, if you do not like him, don't bother because you will not like this. Fahrenheit 451 is one of my all-time favorite books. Judge me as you will. But I really like his writing. This is about two 12-year-old boys. I think it's their 13th birthday, something like that. And they're neighbors, they're best friends. One is light, one is dark, one is happy, one is sad, one has a together family, the other has kind of a broken family. So they're these opposite kids, but they're best friends. And then a spooky carnival comes to town, and I really like it. It's technically a trilogy, but you can read them standalone. And now my baby's awake. I hate them so much. So I gotta be quick with the rest of this. I'm sorry. This one, I do not have a physical copy of because I listened to it on audio, but it is Shirley Jackson's We Have Always Lived in the Castle. It's creepy in like, you're not super sure why way. It's also very atmospheric. It's got the gothic lit vibes that I really enjoy. It's got the big spooky house. It's got the weird sisters who are just, the town doesn't like them and you don't know why. It's haunting and really it's very good. The audiobook was fine. I honestly think I might have enjoyed this one a little bit more if I had read it. So take from that what you will. Lastly, what would any Halloween list be without my girl Agatha? Everybody knows Agatha Christie. She writes murder mysteries, but they tend to be more like cozy mysteries in that they are not gory or graphic. They're more using your brain and being a detective. At least, especially in her Poirot books, which are my favorites. And this is one of them, and this is my all-time favorite Christie so far. It's called The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. This is just a cute little edition my mom and sister picked up for me. I've got like a set of 4 of them. In this one, a old rich guy is murdered. It's a locked door mystery. Poirot just happens to be in town, and he comes in to solve it. This book changed the genre. I won't give anything away because I would never want it to have been spoiled for me. It's got a twist, and it was great. When this one came out, it blew everyone's minds. I love it. If you haven't picked her up, start here because I love this one. Let me know what you think of my list. Do you have any more not so spooky suggestions? Leave them in the comments for people to find. Like the video, subscribe, and share with all your friends. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye. It's so dangerous wearing black when you're